As many of you know, I run a digital marketing company called Boundless Potential. We do social media marketing for many different companies. And in this video, I'm going to be going over the exact content calendar template that I use and I give to every single one of my clients when they actually require me to post on a schedule. So whether that's social media post or setting up a newsletter, this is the content calendar that I use. So this is the template you'll get if you follow the link down in the description, and this is one that I set up every single time I get a new client, and it's got pretty much everything in here you could ever need, and I've even put in some helpful folders for you as well. So I'll take you through how this works and some of the best practices I've found with this. So the best practice I can talk about first of all is giving your client a link to this. Now this is probably the best way of them seeing the work you're doing. It makes you look extremely organized, and I get a lot of good response from this, especially with the fact that you've got things like the Google Drive link and any access to invoices or onboarding stuff that they need all in one place, so you can't lose any of these links. I see a lot of people that just copy the Google Drive link into an email, the email gets lost, and then the client will then ask for it in like 2-3 weeks time when they need to upload some more photos. So starting off on the left hand side here, you've got the different social media channels. Now the way I figured that this would be used is that on each one of these you have the login information for each one. Putting them in there is a really helpful way of keeping them organized so that you don't have to then ask the client for them again and look unprofessional. The next thing down is this posting schedule right here. This is a really good way of just showing your client when you'll be posting every week, and you can just set this out however you like. If you're posting on multiple different social medias each week, just maybe put how many times you're posting on that day, because they'll be able to see on the right hand side what's going out when. As I mentioned before, there's the Google Drive link here. This is really helpful. You just set it up so that anyone with the link can edit and add photos, and then anyone that's working on this project can take photos or add photos to that Dropbox. And then you've got the helpful folders section here. So this is one I set up. You've got one here for the invoices. So if your client needs records of invoices, you can put them in there automatically and they don't need to ask you for them. And then you've got the onboarding process. So I've just put some example things in here, like what the client needs to do. So access to Facebook Business Manager, access to analytics or photos in the Dropbox, anything like that you need in the onboarding process. That's where you'll put it in here, and they can just go through and tick these off, and you can set these up however you like. Probably the main and most important part of this entire part is this social media content calendar here. This is super helpful. I've set up 3 different views here. So you've got the gallery, which can really nicely display some of the images you've got, a table which just shows all of the social media posts you've done over time, and then also the content calendar here so you can actually see when they're going out each day. So I'm just going to set up one now just as an example. Let's say we're going to create an Instagram post and we're going to call this new product. So let's say your client's released a new product. You're going to set the date. So today I'm going to set that for today, and then you can choose a file. So now that I've uploaded my image, I can see what that is. Now I've uploaded the image of the content calendar here, and you can go in and actually have a look at that image. You can download it and anyone can have access to it. And then down here, you can set yourself the different types of copy that you want to add as well. I've also created some different statuses here as well. So this is really helpful if you're working in a team. Image created is one I use quite often where I need to put the copy in, but I've created the image, and then you've got a ready to post section, and then in progress when you're maybe making the image, and then when you've posted, you've got that in there as well. So once you've added that into your calendar, you can see it's in there, and you can literally drag and drop this wherever you like. You could set a time on this as well if you like, but I'm not too worried about the timings I'm posting things because I do a lot of this on my own and it's sort of in my own head. But just so that the client can see, it's really, really helpful. And you can then just duplicate this if you wanted to create a new product. And the really helpful part as well is each one's got their own little icon. So when you've got a couple of different ones next to each other, you can see what's going on to which social media without clicking into it. So I've added in a few different posts so you can see how they'll work in each one of these. You've obviously got the Instagram one that we created. You've got a Twitter thread, and then we've got this content calendar YouTube video. And like I said, you can see with the different icons on which social media platform this is going on. You can obviously schedule different ones on different days. So you can have all 3 of these on one day. Obviously, it'll make your calendar bigger. And then you can just drag and drop them around. I think this is a fantastic way of creating all of your images. And then you can go into the gallery and you can see here as well like all the different social media posts you've got, and same with these here. So if you just wanted to see a load of information on terms of statuses and things like that, that's where this can be really helpful. So that's the content calendar I use for all my social media clients. Now, I actually priced this at £2. If you want this specific template, it's going to cost you £2. That's absolutely nothing. If you want to just copy it, you can do, but it's probably going to take more than £2 worth of your time. So I've set that up. It's link in the description below. And if you have any questions at all, pop them in the comment section. I'll be updating this as I go, because as I add new things, I always just edit my template so that for the next client, they've got that as well. But if you enjoyed these Notion templates, then let me know and I might do a few more.